Hi all, welcome to this overall team of the season market watch, covering a few of the team of the seasons, but also I'm going to discuss all of them in general. So hopefully you find this useful, folks. Smash the likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. We'll have plenty to cover as the day goes on, so hopefully you get plenty more videos up on the channel. But basically with this team of the season video is discussing with the team of the season when to buy, when to sell and all this sort of stuff. In terms of selling, I hope you sold them all off well by now, especially before the World Cup mode, mainly because that's when prices were still at a good price, but since then they have kind of free fallen. Now depending on what sort of league your team is, whether it be EPL, Calcio A, La Liga, Ligue 1, or depending if you hybridise it and depending whatever it may be, whatever league you may have, I would say this week is your buy week, folks. I know folk might have looked to buy some of the cards over the whole crash with the World Cup mode, but some of these cards have still dropped a little bit more since then. Some have recovered, I will have noticed that, but there is deals to be had across the leagues. Now for me personally, I'm probably looking at an EPL route, but I know in my head that I could easily change it accordingly, because the reason why I'm saying EPL is because I've got Mane, Zaha, Sterling in the front three. But for me, I would say for you guys, I would just say, right, who do I want to buy for my team this week? Like Rabiot, for example, he is super cheap for a 90 rated card, but a lot of it stems from just because of rating, stats, and also the league. Guys like Hamsik, yes, it's a good looking card, but a lot of it stems from nation and league, where people might say, oh, I could get Milinkovic-Savic or someone else in. Basically, with a lot of these cards, they are pretty low. Alisson, for example, is a prime example of just kind of really low. The demand there is like when folk have packed him and the guaranteed SBCs, they'll be like, oh god, I don't want him, and they'll either submit him back in. Fernando, he's pretty much nearly verging on extinction, which is kind of mental, but that's because a lot of folk used him to do SBCs. A lot of that has stemmed from that. Guys like De Gea, De Bruyne, and Aguero, Kane, guys that have been in the team of the year that have got slight stat adjustments, they're the ones that you would have to say, right, what's the real difference? Because if the team of the year card is still much more appealing to have than the team of the season, then you would. Like, for me personally, I'm going to try and nab team of the year De Gea and team of the year KDB. That's the hope anyway, and then that in itself covers me for two positions, and then obviously Kante probably later down the line. Now that KDB there, that is some drop. That's like 70k difference. Like, I'm not going to buy it because there's no guarantee you'll get profit on him. But guys like Salah, that team of the season one is very appealing. I never did the player of the year because I knew the team of the season one would have such a price drop compared to the player of the year. That's where you kind of throw the logic in. Even Pop, for example, I might nab him as my number 2 because I've enjoyed having him, so I might nab him. Guys like Fernandinho, if you want a solid midfielder, someone like Fernandinho at a couple 100k, if you're not wanting to go and do the prime icons, which I will talk on in another video later today, hopefully, if I get the time, is the prime icons. Some of them are worth doing now, just because of their prices, and if you do them now, you're kind of saying, right, sorted, bang. If you're not happy with them, you can say, oh, I can easily submit them back into another one, and you're not maybe having to spend a great deal of coins because of how the market's dropped. Guys like Mane and Sterling I can't check because they're untradeable for me due to the SBCs. Even Lukaku's cheap for a couple 100k, which is kind of mental. Eriksen's another one I'll be keeping an eye on. But there's lots, honestly, in all the leagues, tap between them all, there is great deals to be had. Like La Liga and all that are all the cheap ones. But hopefully you find this useful, folks. Let me know in the comments down below where your team's going to go. Smash like as always, sub to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all later.